got the orange?
Yeah, you didn't know?
I'm not surprised.
I got the... I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I got the new iPhone, everybody. It's here. It's now. It's wow.
Sell out.
It's sham wow. I don't know. Is that part of the commercial? Do y'all remember that?
Shit.
This intro started so wild.
I mean, why wouldn't it? Isn't it always a little bit unhinged?
The whole Hugh Jackman thing was just to make fun of him. Is that? I wasn't sure if we finished that thought.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean,
Pretty
there wasn't much to it.
Hey, listen, not to start the episode off making fun of Hugh Jackman.
Why
Because
does
if he
Reed-
walks through the door...
Reed always has to make fun of or point out any flaw in the thing that I say
No,
or
that's
do
not true.
or am.
You're wrong.
Or choices that I make. After all.
Yeah, so I've never seen Les Mis, so I don't even know. We were talking before we started about how Hugh Jackman has a very distinct
Yeah.
style of singing in his career so far, and people make fun of it, and so yeah. But I've never seen Les Mis. I've never seen... You said there was something else he did?
Greatest Showman.
Oh, duh. I have seen that one.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I've seen neither of those.
But that one's got to be like super like edited, right?
Like his vocals.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is like taken from their live vocal tracks on set. And then they recorded in studio. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw an interview where they are like taking their vocals from singing live on in studio. Sorry, live on set and then like mixing it with studio.
Okay.
But Les Mis is a very sad, obviously, Les sad, Les Miserable.
Less sad, actually.
And it's very sad. In some moments, it's like very detailed in how miserable life is. And there's something mentally wrong with me because I can watch that movie 100 times a month and be just fine.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is very strange.
I really like that movie.
That's like averaging 3 times a day.
Or I skip a day and just like,
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
yeah.
Les Mis for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, choice of movie. Comfort movie? That's your comfort
I
movie?
don't know if that's a comfort movie. I appreciate the art, the artistry
Okay.
of the movie.
All right.
I've not seen it. I don't know how to
You're
judge that.
missing out.
You are missing out. See, my comfort movie is Jurassic Park. And I think anyone could agree if Jurassic Park's on TV, you're going to watch it, at least a little bit of it. I mean, you can't.
Sure. As I'm flipping through the channel.
Yeah, exactly, right? You're flipping through Jurassic
A
Park's
millisecond.
Right.
on. Oh, dude,
That's
nice.
a little bit of time.
Dinosaurs eating the dude. Sick. Yeah, you're watching that for sure every time. Comfort movie.
I think we have something similar stick in our heads. It's just like
just
comes
different.
out in a different way. Yeah.
Sadistic.
Yeah.
Just watching people in pain. Emotional pain,
Yeah.
physical dinosaur pain, you know.
Just pain.
Just
yeah.
pain. Yeah, gotcha.
Not pain. I want to say congrats, guys.
T-pain?
Yeah.
Sorry. I did it. I broke her, guys. Speaking of T-pain.
This is the ADHD coming in so hard.
It really is. It really is.
Pain?
T-pain. T-pain. I hang out with children all day, and so now I'm like, I'm hanging out with adults. So I
You
just gotta-
caught the stem?
I caught the stem. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. See, to me, it's like I have to be so like locked in with the children all day. Like, oh, don't do that. Oh, we got to behave. We got to listen. And now I can let loose a little bit.
I don't know why that got me.
No, you're crying. You sufficiently cried your eyeballs out. That's
She is less.
if you're listening to the podcast,
I'm lame.
if you're listening to the audio only podcast, Liz's eyeballs are on the floor right now because she cried
Leaking,
so
yeah.
hard.
Wow.
Reed has a chainsaw.
That's
Goodness. No, I wanted to say congrats because we survived the rapture.
Oh, right. I forgot that's what we said we were going to talk about. Oh, man.
don't know what's
T-pain.
happening right
Less miserable, you know? Yeah.
less.
You know, it would be less miserable maybe if we were raptured today. But
You're not wrong.
you know what? We made
not
it.
wrong.
We're still here. You know, I don't know if anyone saw that on TikTok. I think it was primarily on TikTok that it was kind of a big thing.
I
I saw it mostly on TikTok. So
It's hard to tell, honestly. I would say mostly TikTok. I have so many thoughts. But Reed, you are pretty much off of all social media, so you
Yes.
had no idea that the
I
rapture
had
was
no
coming.
idea.
He
You guys
texted
told
Reed
me,
about it. He
yeah.
was like, what?
Hello.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then I was still here, so that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I think it is primarily on TikTok. Hashtag Rapture Talk.
Rapture Talk,
is what
yeah.
like everyone was adding into their captions. Which, if you're adding a caption to the coming of Jesus, I feel like we've missed.
Hey,
We've missed the
more
mark.
eyes on it.
A
You
bit.
know?
Yeah,
So
use
make it
everything in your
make it-
arsenal to spread the good news.
really
Okay.
advertise that. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. But I think this just drives home the point that we're all a little too connected in like such weird ways to each other in the world.
What- explain.
Because this all started from like I'm just gonna do quote unquote vision that someone was from South Africa.
Like they had a vision.
They had a vision.
board.
No. They had like a dream. They had
Oh,
a vision.
okay, like a-
and
yeah.
told told them that he was coming, and that it was going to line up with Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year.
Right. Okay.
And so I think
And that just ended, right?
at current recording, so we might be gone by the time
Hey.
you hear this.
Yeah. Who knows? If you're listening to this, we may be gone. Okay.
Sorry, we didn't share it with you.
Not sooner.
Yikes. But we were joking today in the office, like back in my day, like doomsday preppers had to like work for their end time detail. Like they were finding astrological signs, Mayan calendars, current events that lined up with prophecies, like all these things to determine like 2012, like this is the end of the world. And because of like how easily reachable we all are across the globe, someone can say something crazy and it just takes off like wildfire.
Yeah, one random person in South Africa said, "I had a dream that Jesus is coming back," and then millions of people across the world are all freaking out
Right.
and
Yeah.
and prepping, which is insane.
I mean, I only heard about it just a couple days ago. And so, because I would have done an episode last week where we were talking about it, right?
would have been
'Cause
on top of
we
it.
would have been on it, right? And we would have been Rapture Watch 2025.
It's a 24-hour countdown. Like, just like a live stream until it's over.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I don't know how. Do you know when that happened? When that person had that dream? or-
I don't know exactly when it started, but it had to have been last week.
I mean,
Week
had to be
before
recent,
last,
right, yeah.
maybe.
Because I started seeing. So the reason I saw it a few days ago was the first video I saw was somebody who was giving rapture tips on what to do when you get raptured.
Don't look
Wait,
down.
Did you see?
What,
Did you
rapture
see?
tips?
Did you see any of these?
Yes.
So
Yes.
not rapture tips if you've been left behind, but
No.
rapture
Nope.
tips
How
if
to be
you're-
raptured.
As you go up.
As
Okay,
you go up.
first criteria is be a believer in the Lord Jesus.
Okay. See, they skipped that. They skipped
Yeah.
right over that. They're
If,
like,
if they
yeah.
don't start
Yeah.
with that one, then you can't trust that source.
No, they go. Okay, if you're getting ready for the rapture today, I've been watching the skies. Somebody was saying that. I saw that. Just make sure you want to be outside.
Yeah.
You want to be wearing
You
some
don't want
nice
to get
clothes
stuck on the roof, on the
Because
ceiling.
the ceiling, God's limited by the ceiling.
by the roof. By
Yeah.
the
Is
roof
That
in
why
your,
I
of
can't
your
hear
house.
him?
Oh wow.
Probably.
I always sleep indoors, so that's probably why I don't have visions.
I only sleep
Sell your
outdoors
home,
so I
go
can hear
sleep
the
outside.
Lord when He speaks to me.
Even when I camp, I sleep in a tent. So like nylon,
Can't get through that.
kryptonite.
Yeah. Wow. for God's voice? I don't think so. Yeah, no. So people were like, wear your nice clothes.
Sunday best.
Don't look down was one of them. Don't
She's
look.
like, you remember what happened to Lot's wife?
Yeah, yes.
Ma'am, hello.
What? Don't look back. There were some other crazy tips.
She was
I
like,
saw.
don't grab anything around you. Like, it's going to weigh you down. Like,
don't grab stuff. Don't do it.
We've lost the plot.
Totally lost the plot.
But have you seen any of the, like, post-rapture content? Like, people are taking videos of them, like, taking their trumpet and, like, through their house window, like, blowing their trumpet and, like, making sounds to freak their neighbors out.
Man.
Some person, they had to have been, like, either in an airplane or they took this picture from an airplane or whatever, because it's like them in the sky, like taking a picture. You know how like you're in an airplane, you're like, I'm traveling.
flying.
Yeah. Well, they took a picture and they posted it like the view is nice from up here or something.
Yeah, they made it already.
Wow.
Yeah, if you're in an airplane when the rapture comes, you just get a head start, I guess. You just
Expressway.
shoot. Yeah.
I guess, dude. That's a good point. Well, can you get through the metal tube? You
Right,
know?
yeah. Or you're in the airplane and you just see other people coming up at you from the ground.
What are all these people doing?
And then you have to wait for them to reach your level, and then you'll all go.
Well, to see if you get to go or not.
Oh,
You just pass you. You wait.
Yikes.
Wait a second.
Did you guys watch Left Behind? When or read the books? Even if you read the books back in the day,
I read most of the books in high school.
the like adult
The
versions, or
adult
the kid
ones.
versions?
Yeah, I read most of the adult ones in high school, but I got to like book 12 and then I lost the book
Oh,
and I
the
just
book was raptured.
yeah, I guess.
It
But
was
then
raptured out of
I
my
just gave
possession.
up. I was like, I guess I'm done.
never really went back for it.
Yeah. I
Wait.
never saw any of the movies.
you said book 12. How many books are there?
There's a lot.
There were like
I don't
14, 15 books.
I
or
don't
something.
remember the exact number, but
Well, because
yeah,
they
it's a
kept
lot.
going. They just kept going and going. Like so I read most of them, but I was in like middle school, and which was wild. My parents had them, and they read them or whatever. It was like a big thing back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Left Behind.
It was like Harry Potter for
Harry Potter
Christian
for
kids.
weird Christian circles, and so so I read I think
That's
like
good.
9 of them. I don't think I got. Did you get to where they got to heaven? Did you get there? I mean, 12 feels like you should be there. It's like that's enough.
I
It's
would hope
really
so.
hard.
That's enough.
I remember some vague points because it's like it's like a very specific type of eschatology which eschatology is like the study of the end times, right? So it's like this very specific like idea about the end times where there's like very specific things that are happening. So they're trying to like recreate all of these things from the book of Revelation and the book of Daniel and the book of Ezekiel in like what would it look like if it happened in modern times, and like this is what we believe and this is the timeline and like this is what it might look like for this person to exist, and so it was like a very specific and very convoluted and complicated and it's like
Oh yeah. Well, because it was written by 2 guys. Like one was
Yeah.
a pastor.
Tim LaHaye and Jerry B.
Yeah,
Jenkins.
and so the other, so one was a pastor, like end times focused guy. He did research, I guess. I'm sure he did. No hate, guys. No hate.
I would hope
Yeah.
so if he's
No, no,
writing
no.
15 books.
Yeah.
like,
Well,
you
and then
gotta
the
know
other guy was
something.
just like a fantasy, like Christian, like fiction writer, right? And so
Right,
like,
yeah.
so it's kind of this weird combo of like, there's
Collab.
stuff in there that's like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but then there's other stuff that's like hyper, like dramatized just for the like
Story.
sake of it, for the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, and this was 10, 15 years ago now. I don't remember hardly any of it, but I remember being like, this is pretty exciting stuff,
Yeah,
like,
if it was just straight fantasy,
Fiction, right, yeah,
it'd be like a middle of the road fantasy book.
Yeah,
Be
it's
like
still mid.
all right,
yeah.
but it was like hype because everybody's like, this is what it's gonna be. This is prophecy.
This is the prophecy. This is what's
Right.
going to happen. And it's like, if you're reading it as an actual end times prophecy, it's pretty wild.
I never read the books. Grew up like heathen.
Right.
But I
You-
did.
you were?
You became a believer
Yeah.
late in life. Yes.
I did.
That's how we say that.
But I did end up watching the movie like early in my.
Cameron one. I almost said Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin is not in that movie, but maybe he should have been. I don't know.
Brought
Hey.
some levity.
Hey.
Kirk Cameron, yeah. In like my early 20s, I watched it, and I don't think I finished it because it was just like, okay, like something. They were at a mall, and then all of a sudden, like people are vanishing, and like the clothes are just
Flying up
dropping.
into the air.
Yeah. Well, they like
No, they
that.
just-
They just
Because in the movie they
disappear.
just poof,
Oh.
and their clothes are left behind.
Got it.
So like, there's a scene on the first movie where they're on a plane, and
Yes.
the stewardess comes up and is like, "Hey, can you see if my husband went to the bathroom? Also, he left his clothes, so I don't know what happened, but here's his clothes."
So one
And then, like, the plane
one
goes down or
person in that
something.
whole plane.
Does it go down?
Or like, I just remember like planes on fire.
Yeah, I mean, some planes go, because I know one of the main characters was a pilot. And so he was he was like flying a plane. So some planes went down, but
Feels statistically unrealistic for one person on that plane to
I think there were more than that, but
Oh.
like there was just this one little vignette of like, oh, here's something.
But like,
that-
it's just like it just doesn't make sense, honestly. Like you're on a plane and multiple people, poof, disappear. No one really notices except this one woman's like, maybe my husband went to the bathroom naked.
what?
Like just
going on
he just
here?
stripped down next to me
Oh,
and went
Charlie,
to the bathroom.
you know, he does this
He
all
likes
the
to do this
time.
sometimes. He does this.
He's on a
Take-
couple of lists.
He's trying to get away with it.
Yeah.
Golly.
There's just like there's a lot of things wrong with like the portrayals. It's just funny. Like that's just movies in general
You-
though.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, movies just kind of like cut corners.
For
You
sure.
know?
So, as our theological dude in the room,
Yeah.
can
That's
you
what it
explain
says on the back of my my degree.
theological dude
Yeah.
in the room?
Handwritten on the back of his degree.
What in crayon?
Right.
Serial killer notes,
What? What?
magazine cutouts.
Why?
So, as our theological dude,
Yeah.
can you explain what the rapture is and what this is supposed to mean? So, for anybody who's like, I don't even
Right.
know what this is supposed to be,
Right.
what we're supposed to be talking about. Somebody explain it for us.
Yeah, so basically all of this idea of like people disappearing and everybody who's not a believer gets left behind comes from, I believe, Revelation 20, like chapters 1 through 4. I think where it says like the saints will be taken up into heaven and Christ will rule for like 1,000 years, right? And so then you get all of this interpretation, all of these different camps who are like, well, the 1,000 years happens at this point, or actually it's symbolic. And so
Right.
it's like this one verse from an apocalyptic book, which an apocalyptic book is a lot to explain as well. Or it's like it's a genre of writing from like Judaism and honestly other cultures as well, where they're like talking about the end times, right? Like like these things that are going to happen in the future that are going to be very cataclysmic, right? So it's like prophecy. It's an apocalyptic book, So it's like trying to like create real, like one-to-one real life events out of these things is very complicated and difficult. So, but yeah, this idea of the rapture comes from Revelation 20, where it's like the saints will be taken up into heaven and Christ will reign for 1,000 years and then he will return. Right. And so, it's got a lot of issues. There's really no consensus about what this, end times rapture looks like. A lot of people don't think it happens at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I saw something this week. As everybody's kind of talking about it, where early Christians and like the early church did not believe in this as a thing at all. Like this wasn't part of their theology.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the verses that this is based on would have been written around like the year 120. Right. And so that's like 100 years after Jesus is crucified and rises from the dead. And so the early church, like the early church, like the apostles, they wouldn't have thought about this at all because it hadn't been written by the apostle John on the Isle of Patmos until like 120 AD.
Right.
And so they really weren't aware. So sucks for them. But
You don't know?
right. But also when you read some of the other letters in the Bible, Paul or Peter or whoever will talk to the churches and be like, he's like, you need to keep
back.
working until he comes back. Like there are people in churches who are like, I don't need to work or I don't need to take care of my family or my house or anything because Jesus is coming back soon. So
They
they
expected him.
they expect
be
him to
back.
come like quick,
Right.
like in their lifetimes. And so they're like, I don't need to do anything. And Paul or whoever's writing these letters is like, yeah, you need to keep working until he comes because we don't know the day or time.
Right.
That's what Jesus told us. Like you won't know the day or time. So you need to keep working. And so like the expectation was like, he's going to come soon. And then like the book of Revelation was written. And then all of this stuff kind of developed like way, way later. Like what we really believe, like not what we believe, but like the arguments people have. Whoa. Yeah. The arguments people have about the tribulation or the rapture or the 1,000 years, that didn't come around until like maybe 16, 17, 1800.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So this stuff is like pretty new.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty new stuff,
Yeah.
New age.
Whoa,
Weirdo
calm down.
stuff.
New age. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, so it's super interesting. So like, because there's the different beliefs, and we're getting into Revelation, right? So it's like everything's kind of up in the air, right? We don't really know.
Right. It's a tough book to go through.
At my old church, I just led a class. I
Oh,
say I
right.
just within the last year, I led a class on the Book of Revelation. So it was like
right.
a 12-week
Oh, so you're
class.
ready. You're locked in.
I mean, yeah, it was a 12-week class, trying to cover the whole Book of Revelation in 12 weeks. It's
Good
super
luck.
hard to do. Yeah, I mean,
But it
was
wasn't
just
you
like,
that had the dream, was it? He's teaching through Revelation, has a dream.
I was in South Africa last week.
Yeah, exactly.
No. So yeah, this is all kind of fresh, but we didn't get super deep into all like the different viewpoints and stuff.
Right.
We were like trying to more look at it from just an exegetical point of view, like which is just looking at the text. What does the text say, and like maybe what does it refer to and stuff like that. Like not refer to like in the future, but refer
Right.
to
Yeah.
like what is it referencing like from other parts of the Bible.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
wild.
it's kind of crazy. Like online, I think just the fear that just launches people into a spiral is kind of, and I say this lovingly, it's kind of impressive how fast people are ready to just like mentally and emotionally jump off a cliff. And like
Yeah.
people are selling, which I don't, it's the internet, so I don't know how much of it is actually true.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
thought all of it was true.
But it was on the internet.
so it has to
so
be. No one
Pretty
lies on the
sure
internet.
it's real.
But like,
I know I don't lie on the internet ever.
Ever. That's never
you're not on the internet. But people
What?
are saying like they've sold their cars or they're like selling all their belongings. They're giving all their money away, which is so admirable of you.
Hey, that's
But if the rapture's happening, what's the point of giving away all your
What's the-
stuff?
Sure. Or like, yeah, I just think the mentality of, well, I'm so afraid. Let me go ahead and just like believe in God now and and get right. But you can, I heard this a long time ago in church, like if you can be scared into the kingdom, then you can be scared right out. Or if you can be convinced into believing, then you can be convinced into something else. And so I think like just urging people, this is just the verse that like I've constantly, the last few weeks have been like heavy. So just like constantly like pondering and reminding myself. So like,
Go ahead and
I
quote
just
it from
dropped my
memory.
phone. It's Philippians 4:8, where it reminds us to think on these things: what's noble, what's lovely, what's pure, what's honorable, things that are praiseworthy, things that are. There's one more, right?
excellent.
Excellent, thank you. So yeah, like think on that and not how afraid, or think on what if or what could, and just trying to like, we're joking obviously about like the silliness that's
right.
happening, but like also to bring some reality into the situation. Like just calm down. It's okay. Just focus on Jesus. Like just believe in him and love people around you, and like just keep vibing in life. Like you don't it's gonna be okay.
biblical, I'm
That's
pretty sure.
literally what Paul says right before Philippians 4:8, right?
Right.
Philippians
He's
4,
like,
6, and
I
7.
just need y'all to vibe out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't be anxious about anything.
Right.
But yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
His
That's
exact
the
words
Gen
were
Z.
just vibe out.
Just vibe out.
Right. It's
That's the Greek.
It's the
The
Gen
Greek
Z
says just vibe
translation
out.
that I read from.
But in everything, just vibe out.
Right.
Honestly.
Vibe out with God.
Vibe out with God. Which translation is that? Yeah. And Jesus is like, nobody knows the time or the hour.
Even him.
Right.
Like he like is,
Except this guy in South Africa.
except hold on, I'm gonna give a dream. Hold
Right.
on,
Which I wanted to ask is like, who's this guy?
that's what I want
Right.
to know, right? Do you know any info about this guy?
well, my phone fell on the ground.
I
Here,
can't
okay.
know it now.
I think he is.
This is good.
I
This
really
is
hope
good
that
stuff.
was in frame.
It's gonna be.
Golly.
That's the third time you've hit your head.
Not
Second
today.
Well, like in the show.
I'm sorry. I hit my head a couple times.
In my
He
life.
is should I say his name?
Sure. He's on the internet,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's true.
He's promoting.
He is a South African pastor, Joshua.
You didn't practice the name. So.
I didn't. His name's right here.
Okay, yeah. I got it. Yeah.
Wait, Cassie. No. Oh,
That's
great.
good. That's good. Yeah. So Joshua is this pastor in South Africa. His last name escapes our.
Well, I
Was
just
it
don't want to. I don't want to.
Makela? It's like Makela or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Who claimed that Jesus told him in a dream that the event would occur on September 23rd or the 24th. And then I've heard it's the 22nd through the 24th.
Well, depending on which part of the globe you're on,
It does make a difference.
it
Yeah.
could be either
It's
day.
true.
So,
I
but
guess.
we
But if
missed
it's
it already.
specifically about Rosh Hashanah and Israel, then that
Right.
Sunset,
passed,
sunrise.
Right? Yeah,
Right,
so-
right. Yeah, so I think one, it's impressive how viral this went and how quick.
Yeah.
And then two, it's concerning how fast people jumped on
Yeah.
this
For sure.
bandwagon.
Yeah, I feel like you heard about 2012 as like the end of the world for like, I mean, it was like
For
5
years.
years.
Months leading
It
up
was
to
like
it. Oh, yeah.
years and years. Like I
Yeah.
heard about it for years.
Well, yeah, it was
They
because
made a
the,
movie about it in that time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like we knew about this time that was supposed to be the end.
Yeah.
And somebody talked about it on TikTok one time a week ago, and like people are selling their houses and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, that's intense.
That
you know?
one, the 2012 was like the Mayan calendar where like ended. Like they had predicted or like mapped out the calendar for like years and years and years, and then it ended in 2012.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so everybody was like, the
Oh,
Mayans
that's-
must have known the end of the world was coming.
I guess that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over.
Well, and then
Or they just got tired of doing it. They're like, this
That's
is
enough.
500 years in the future. We don't need that.
I remember like they were lining up like 9/11 with different prophecies and like
Right,
all
right.
these major events. Tsunamis,
Classic.
like all sorts of poor 9/11 just getting thrown in the mix.
Man. tough.
But like so many other like natural disasters and things were thrown into this to like support the idea that 2012 was going to be it.
The moment, yeah.
And this was just
like
some guy was like, "Hey everybody, I had a dream,"
Yeah.
and post.
Yeah, man. I don't know. But
You-
yeah, you're right. I think people should just have some more discernment, just a little bit to go like,
It would be super funny though, like if you were already going to sell your house
oh yeah,
and then this all happened, and you're just like, hey guys, it's happening. Sold
Yeah.
my house.
Just for
I'm
the
ready to
bit,
go so I
yeah.
can take my cash with me. Like,
I should have waited to like sell my car for this moment and get a new car. Like
yeah.
what is the mindset behind like, oh, Rapture's coming, so let me sell my house? Because if you are taken away, then you leave everything behind anyway,
not-
whether you
yeah.
sold the house or you didn't. And then if you stay, like if you get left here, don't you need a house?
I just don't. I think it's just like I'm so confident I'm getting taken away. I don't need my earthly possessions.
right.
So it's all a show.
But it's just like why do that though?
I think it's a part of that. It's probably also a part like I've seen one, which again, we don't know what's real or not. But like some people are saying, if you're left behind, like these things are for you. You can find this there. Like
Okay.
if they're left behind,
Okay.
there's some other things that they're having to deal with, and they don't need
So,
your
like,
leather
people are-
jacket, Jessica. Okay.
People are leaving like a kit behind.
Yeah.
for-
No, they're just like their house. They're like, hey, if you got left behind, feel free to take my
Sort
house.
of. Yeah. Like a
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Like, hey, if you're still here, that's tough. And so you're gonna be behind. Get my leather jacket, my little,
Yeah.
Nissan Altima, and you're good.
My Nissan Altima.
I don't know.
Yeah, I had a zombie survival kit, but it looks like I'm not going to need it.
There you go. Reed, what I want to know is, does the zombie apocalypse have any sort of biblical basis?
Biblical?
Because
I don't think so at all.
There's
No.
nothing in there. Nothing in
No.
there about a zombie apocalypse.
Rising from the grave.
See, I feel like
Questionable.
we
Yeah.
can, I'm gonna
feel
have
like-
a dream tonight.
I feel like aliens are much closer.
Okay.
I feel like aliens are much closer than
to a biblical.
thing than zombies are.
Interesting.
Reed, who never jumps on our alien
I know.
conspiracies,
That's a big
just said that aliens are more possible.
Oh, absolutely.
We're closer
Absolutely.
to this.
There's one point in the book of John where Jesus is like, I have other sheep that I have to go to, other folds that I need to tend to, and so I like to read that verse and be like, yeah, he's talking about going
The
off into the
aliens.
universe to take care of like alien, other races of like spiritual beings
Right.
who are made in God's image,
See,
but
but
like on
do-
different planets.
But did Jesus die for those beings as well?
Yeah.
Or what's going
So
on
it's
there?
so interesting. C.S. Lewis wrote a trilogy. It's called the Space Trilogy, and in that trilogy, there's this guy named Ransom who gets taken to these other planets.
What a name.
And it is
What
such
a name.
yeah, very Pilgrim's Progress.
Yeah.
And so John Bunyan, he goes to these other planets and he sees those other planets, and one of them is like sin has not entered that world.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's another one where it's like he's there as like they're being like redeemed, like as like basically as Jesus is dying for them.
Right.
It's very interesting because it's like these other, they're not humans, they're other like races, like beings, but they're like going through the fall,
man,
or
yeah.
and so it's very interesting. Yeah. I think I could be wrong, but I think maybe ransom causes sin to enter into all the worlds. I don't.
that's
I could be wrong.
He sins while he's there. He's like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah, it's called the Space Trilogy. Like Paralandra and that Hideous Strength is the last one.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the third book is called.
I think you've referenced it before on the pod, but it's
I
been
think
a
so.
while.
Yeah,
It's been a
yeah.
while. So
But
you heard it
super
here
interesting.
first, guys. Reed says aliens are biblical or more biblical than
Hey,
zombies.
they might be coming soon to the Earth. Who knows?
Who
What a party.
knows?
We need a new season of the Earth. Like,
Wow.
let's
Okay.
let's introduce something else.
You haven't-
new
I don't
right
know
now.
about that. I used to laugh when I watched The Office and like they go to Jim and Pam's wedding, and Dwight's like, "There's too many people on this planet. We need a new plague." And then COVID came around.
Yeah.
And it's like before COVID, that joke was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
And after COVID, I'm like,
Dwight, not cool, bro. Not
When I
cool.
say a new
Not great.
season, I don't mean like a new plague. I mean, let's all have
Jesus
something
Returns.
else. Yeah. Let's have something else to
Like
catch
a
our focus.
Like a rebrand, you mean?
Yeah. A rebrand other than like what we're currently dealing with.
Earth 2.
Earth 2.
Well,
Isn't that
Okay.
another
that's
game?
that. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, never mind.
So what do you guys think the end times actually look like? Like, what's your...
If you could decide what the end times look like, what would it be? See, I think I'm going zombie apocalypse. I think that would be a lot of fun.
So like you're
But
thinking
eventually,
like, the
there's
world
gotta
has
be-
to go through like some pretty nasty stuff to
Yeah,
get
I
there.
guess that's kind of what you're saying. You got to survive the like.
That's not what I was saying, but that's what you're saying.
I guess a little. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. I just think we're all so prepped up on zombie content that like it would be borderline a good time to survive the zombie
I
apocalypse.
think we think it would be, but it would be so visceral.
Oh, it'd
and
be awful.
Yeah,
gross
it'd
It'd
and
be
be
so
bad.
disturbing.
disgusting and smelly.
All of your
and-
friends would die eventually,
smelly.
for sure.
Dude, the smell.
Yeah.
To me, I think when you're watching zombie stuff, they don't hype up the smell enough.
The
It would
smell,
smell awful always. Anyway, so
I think-
that's my take.
What would be so devastating for me is that my dogs definitely wouldn't survive. Like they're just not smart enough. Like they've been coddled their entire life. Like they wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Like I need to stay away from that thing, or it's gonna kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't listen well enough to really stick by my side. So like they would definitely like not make it early on, and I had to find some street dog, and it would become my best friend.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And hopefully they don't have zombie dogs in that
Terrifying,
zombie apocalypse,
yeah.
That I didn't even think about that. I think that it's not going to be zombies because we're too familiar with zombies. I don't
Right.
think it'll be
It's- yeah,
aliens.
okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's going to be something that we haven't
Dreamed up yet.
haven't mainstreamed yet. Like it's probably like look in the indie film.
Robots.
I mean, the AI
Honestly,
stuff, we've talked that through a
that's
lot too, though,
probably-
because, Terminator stuff.
But that one
and-
looks the most possible.
I mean, I'm with
For
you.
sure.
I'm
You're
with you.
absolutely not wrong. Have you seen any? I know you haven't read. Have you seen any of the robots in Austin?
Oh yeah.
Videos?
No, I
You-
haven't.
God, I got really excited. There's this tiny 3.5 foot, maybe 4 foot tall robot with a cowboy hat walking around in Austin and trying to cross the street, and someone owns it and he's walking with it or whatever, trying to steer it, but it's trying to cross the street and falls or trying to do anything. But I think that's all propaganda. It's trying to make us think that
We don't have to worry about robots.
Yeah, you don't have to
That's
worry
what
about
the
it.
yeah.
This is they're not going to do any harm.
Right.
They're
Meanwhile-
funny. They laugh and,
But
and
meanwhile-
say silly
Meanwhile,
jokes.
there's Boston Dynamics making some very realistic and scary stuff. And then there's also that one robot that walked across Europe, and then they brought it over to the U.S. and it was supposed to walk across the U.S. and it got destroyed in Detroit.
Oh, really?
That was
Yeah,
years
good.
ago.
That's
Oh,
good.
wow.
That was years ago.
There is an artificial womb, a robot, that is housing a human
Excuse me?
growing. A human baby is growing in an artificial womb in China.
I feel like we're opening the biggest giant can of worms to close out the podcast
Yeah.
that I want to go again. I want to go another one, man, because I want to talk more AI stuff. This is wild.
No one's gonna hear this. We're getting shadow banned right now.
Right,
Someone's
shadow ban.
knocking at the door right now.
Get out! Everybody down. So,
Yeah,
Reed, what do you think?
Cool.
Yeah. Well, just Liz, do you want to give your thoughts, or was that your thoughts right
That's
there?
it.
I just gave
I'm
mine.
sorry. I thought maybe you're just like piggybacking on Ephraim, and you had your own idea.
No, mine was
Oh.
robots. It was
Yeah, oh,
something.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I think to kind of wrap up the idea of this like not apocalypse. What is it called? Rapture. Like the rapture that's like everybody's been talking about it. Yeah, I don't know that there's going to be like this whole tribulation thing where like all the believers get taken up into the sky and it's just all unbelievers left here and they have to figure it out for like however long and then Jesus comes and judges. I just don't think that's probably what it was talking about.
Right.
But I do think that there is a plan, like God's plan is to come and like restore everything, like make everything new. I love this idea of the new heavens and the new earth where Jesus like came and died and then rose again, right? And he left us all here with the Holy Spirit. But he's returning. We call it the second coming of Christ. And at that point, like sin and death will be defeated and removed from creation, and creation will be restored back to like its original purpose, like the Garden of Eden. So I think that the end times, which I think you guys actually think this too, just like the progress to get there is funny. Yeah. But like at the end of times, like when things are actually wrapped up, like it's just going to be beautiful and joyful, and we're going to have a great time hanging out.
Worshiping God. You know?
Right. Well, yeah, definitely worshiping God. I was about to say, you grow up, and especially in Southern Baptist circles, it's like heaven is where you get to sing all day long for the rest of eternity.
Yeah.
It's like that sounds horrible. I'm not like you
some
guys
people,
are both singers.
some, yeah.
You guys are both singers, but I'm sure you'd get tired of singing after 10,000 years,
Yeah, right. Yeah, eternity.
as
Just
Amazing
singing.
Grace is.
Yeah, but I think you can worship God through all
Right.
kinds of ways,
Right.
that He created for us to do. Also, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's like,
In the Garden of Eden, they weren't singing all day long.
that's a good point.
Right.
Yeah.
They were doing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But they were walking in the presence of the Lord. And so they were worshiping. And so like I think that's what it's going to look like in the end after we get past the zombies and the AI and the robot dogs and all that stuff.
To bring it back around, I imagine Hugh Jackman singing "Holy, Holy," like that's
He's
that's
gonna be
just
doing it.
yeah.
Is Hugh Jackman a believer?
Who is Hugh Jackman?
Where am I? Do you guys think this is just one more thing? You guys think that the baby being incubated in the robot
No,
womb
don't say it.
is the Antichrist?
Is the Antichrist.
Is there a possibility?
No, I think it's the clone of the sheep named Dolly.
It's
Is
a
the-
Oh no.
it's a,
Do you remember
Wait,
that?
it's a human baby,
Does
a
this-
human sheep hybrid.
Does the
No,
sheep
do you remember
yeah,
back in the
of course,
90s,
yeah,
the sheep that was cloned, Dolly?
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's the Antichrist right there.
Oh, Dolly.
so Dolly's,
Yeah,
the
duh.
Antichrist has already
Which
been
one,
defeated.
Dolly or the clone?
The clone.
I mean,
So that means Dolly
one's
was
which?
Christ. I'm just kidding. That's not.
this is getting weird.
I don't-
All right,
So
guys.
wait.
Roll the drums.
No.
What do you got?
Honestly, I just forgot. Wait. Oh, the baby. The baby. Does it have a father?
I'm sure it does.
Well, I
it would
mean-
have to.
But does it have a mother?
Biologically,
Biologically, it should have a mother.
Well, of course, biologically, the
Are you saying that
cells
men are more
came-
important in birthing process than women? Is that what
that
you're
is
saying?
Wait, I think that's what I heard.
literally not.
So what
I'm the first
scientifically-
walk off of the pod.
the first pod walk off. There was a cell and another cell, and they joined
each other very
to
much.
create, a baby.
Where did the cells come from?
Exactly, they had to come from somewhere. So
Right.
there's absolutely a man and a woman involved.
Right.
But where did they?
Are you suggesting that they're artificial?
I'm asking is like,
Was
was
the
there
cell
like, were they like,
impregnated?
yeah, I'm
Like-
asking, I'm curious is like, did they give, like, did they have to have someone
Like they
donate
eggs
and
to be-
sperm to be
Probably.
here?
Yeah.
So it's just like test tube babies, like have been done for
Potentially,
years and
yeah.
years,
Probably.
except,
You
and then
think I've
thrown-
done extensive research on this?
and then
no.
thrown into a robot womb.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
probably it. I mean, honestly.
Well, but medicine's been doing this for years, right? It's just
Yeah.
not like a, I don't know. We'd have to do some research on
But
that.
life was never sustained outside of a real womb.
Yeah, so I guess that's where the new thing is. It's like
Mm-hmm.
they used, like in the past, they have been able to put them together in a test tube and then
then they
transfer
gotta
them
put
to a,
it-
Mm-hmm.
to a human.
Yeah.
But now it's like instead of transferring it to a human, we can transfer it to a robot.
Yeah, but even now, there's, I mean, in hospitals now, there's places at certain points in the birthing process where they can take the fetus and put it in, keep the baby alive,
Right,
if it's
right.
too early, depending
Yeah.
on what's going on with the mother and stuff. And so that's been happening for a while, and
Yeah.
so
It keeps getting earlier and
it's-
earlier.
Yeah,
like you
I
can,
don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, that's kind of a good thing, though. That's like, the viability argument of is this a baby or not
Right.
is a much smaller window now,
Right.
right? Because the baby can't survive.
So what's your stance on abortion?
right? Exactly. There we go. There it is.
Has
All right,
science
guys.
gone too far?
All right, guys. Let us know how you feel about the end of the earth. If you got raptured, don't let us know. Just don't tell us. Enjoy your time.
No, tell us from
Don't
heaven.
tell
Yeah,
us.
tell us.
Please.
Comment from heaven what things are like up there.
What's the
If,
vibe?
if you're just vibing with
Yeah.
God.
What's everybody wearing?
Guys, vibe with Christ.